What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 41 of Roll with the Fox, season 5. Well, in a few months we'll be in season 6. Guys, as you know, the app is available on Apple Store, SilverFoxBJJ Global Academy. Hopefully it'll be available for Android within the next, hopefully, 3 to 5 weeks. So if you subscribe to it, you get additional details and additional live time, plus access to all the videos organized by submission as well as by position. So now with the free YouTube episode, what we do is do about 10-15 minutes, and then we go live into the app seamlessly, hopefully. So guys, for some reason, I woke up with a neck that I couldn't turn my head on. I forget which day, was it Monday? By Tuesday, I couldn't turn at all. So it's a little bit better, but I need to be careful because last time this happened in a severe way, I couldn't train for a month. So I'm trying to tread a very careful path. So I chose a topic that hopefully will preserve my neck, but at the same time is extremely, extremely important. And that's grips. So sometimes people use a variety of different grips based on choice, meaning that that specific grip does one thing well, but has some disadvantages. You change that grip slightly and now it has different advantages, different disadvantages. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You need to choose grips that work for you, but the most important thing is there are sometimes grips that are just ineffective. You change it, you reverse it, it's ineffective. And that you could classify as wrong. So we're going to go over a bunch of examples where you change the grip and it's wrong. So let's look at Ude Gatame. All right, so come on, Sean. So this is the grip I use, okay? Just go down on your knees. It's going to be a lot easier on both of us. So notice the grip I'm using. I'm using palm to palm, okay? No fingers, no thumbs, palm to palm, okay? Now, there are sometimes guys stick a thumb between their fingers. I don't do that, but that is not wrong. That's your choice. But this gives me the torque that I need to get his wrist to my neck. Now, if I reverse this, this is wrong. This is just wrong because I'm not getting the same level of torque, okay? This gives you strong torque. This doesn't. This gives me torque on the other side. So again, when you go in Ude Gatame, it's extremely important for you to pay attention to the grip. The other thing that is wrong is when people start to bend their wrist like this. This doesn't give me the torque. Okay? So this doesn't give me the torque that I need. This is like a bolt cutter, which now gives me the torque that I need. You could see how Sean starts to pay attention and brings his hand up already because it starts to hurt like a bitch. So you need to make sure that you choose the correct grip because, again, if you switch your hands, this is wrong. This is not going to get you the torque that you need. So if I'm on my left side attacking Sean's right arm, I need to have my left hand underneath and I'm looking straight at the thumb. I connect. Now, here's a choice on this grip. So the choice is this. If I go palm to palm, I don't know if you notice, I made a slight adjustment. This gives me ability to really, really connect my elbows together. Now, if I go butterfly grip, by the way, I saw elite guys doing this at the ADCC trials. This butterfly grip gives you tremendous down power. But notice what happens to your elbows when you go with a butterfly grip. They flare out. So what happens is as I'm doing this, it's somewhat easy for Sean to withdraw his hand and escape this. So I use a hybrid grip. I'm going to show it to you again. So withdraw your hand. It's almost impossible. Watch, I'm going to switch to butterfly grip. Go ahead. Still not possible. So I might be talking out of my ass. No, guys, the idea is if you move your head closer to it and withdraw your hand. Okay? Move your head closer and withdraw your hand. So the point is, I am not talking out of my ass. This grip has been battle tested, not for years, more than years, to some extent decades. So this one, the butterfly grip gives you tremendous, so this is a choice. If I need a lot of down power, this is the grip I would use. If I want control, bring my elbows together, this is the grip I use. For Ude, I don't like to re-grip because when you have Ude Gatame, any slight opening will allow the guy on top escape. So what I do is I use a hybrid grip. So rather than palm to palm, I actually shift my hands. So I could still get a lot of down power, but I almost connect my elbows. Okay? So here, this is the closest I can get my elbows together. This, almost. This is all you need. So I hybridize the grip between those two. That, for me, gives me the best sort of combination of down power as well as controlling that elbow and his arm from slipping out. So that's a choice. Now, things that you would be wrong is obviously switching your hands. On that same side, you're not getting the torque that you need. He will escape. Another kind of mistake is bending your wrist, or doing some weird S grip or something like that. So again, when you are gripping, you need to pay attention to what exactly the grip is like, because if you have a precise grip, if you get to a position to finish the guy and you have a precise grip, you will finish. If you don't, at a higher level, that guy will escape even though you went all the steps up until the finish line. And then you stumbled and fell face flat before you crossed the finish line. So the grips are extremely important. Do we have questions? Because we have a lot of topics.
Yes, we do. One, big congratulations to Dal. He just got his blue belt. He said he's been watching since 2020.
Nice. Congratulations.
Second was, just to clarify from Ensberg, so the palm-to-palm grip, or this hybrid grip, you bring your elbows together similar to a baseball bat choke?
Yes. Yes, I bring my elbows together, but you don't need to. So here, if I go palm to palm, I can literally touch them. If I hybridize it, I can't touch it, but that you don't need to. This is the movement you need. This, you get a lot of down power, but there's a big gap between your elbows. So that is a choice. None of those grips are necessarily wrong, except they don't necessarily give you what you need. Now, if I choose, so if I'm already on this side and I choose butterfly grip, this is fine because my positioning is so perpendicular to Sean that there is no escape for him anymore. So this grip is fine in this specific position. Now, if I change that position a little bit more, so here, if I do this, he will escape. Versus if I go to the hybrid grip, he will not. This allows me to control that a little bit better. All right, so this is very important for you guys to remember. We have a lot of other examples. We have vonflue. We have arm triangles. I'm going to go over heel hooks. I know we're wearing gis, but we need to touch on that subject when it comes to Sean, sit on this side because I can't turn my head to the right. So this is part of that sort of gripping analysis. This applies to every aspect of jiu-jitsu. When I'm in a critical position, I don't like to re-grip, as I told you before, multiple times before. So you don't want to start with this grip, then hybridize it, and then this. Literally every one of those changes, even though they're very subtle, this is critical. The guy knows at that point when he's here, he knows the only way out is for him to do this. Okay? Now, every slight opening might help him. So you cannot afford to give a split-second release for half an inch. So that's why I choose the hybrid grip. But regardless which grip on which position you use, you need to make sure that it's precise. Again, I usually use not a palm to palm, but a hybrid. I slide down. So half my palm. Can they see this, Aaliyah, on the screen?
Let me zoom in.
Looks like we're going to be doing one of those shadow puppet. So this is the grip, guys. So instead of this is palm to palm, this is the hybrid. Okay, so slide down, half my hand, half my hand. So that's the grip I tend to use for the Ude Gatame. That is currently most effective because it gives you the best combination of down power as well as the torque.
We had a question
Yes.
from Jay on baseball. What are some principles you use to attack a bigger guy from top of side control? Because he's always he's connecting too much and then getting reversed.
Yes, we're going to talk about that in vonflue. So lay down, pretend you're a bigger guy. So when you get on top side control, I generally speaking on top of a bigger guy, I will move my arms without releasing the pressure on top of him. So one of the big mistakes that people do is they connect their hands. I almost never say never, but I almost never connect my hands. Because a lot of times when you connect your hands on a big guy, as you connect your hands and he decides to roll you through, I can't even disengage right now. So for me to disengage, first of all, my bottom hand is trapped. So when I'm on top side control, I generally float with this hand. So if the bigger guy tries to push or roll me through, I can just post. So that's one aspect I do. When we talk about the vonflue, I don't know how much time we got left, but we will certainly talk about it on the app. You know what? Let me take this off because when it's body to body contact, the sound gets distorted. So especially vonflue, I have seen people show this on Instagram and to do this. This sucks, but I'm not getting a tap. So I believe this is a mistake on two levels. One is connecting your hands, because if he tries to roll through, you will not be able to post. But more importantly, you're not getting the constriction power. So this actually drives me crazy when people show things that looks the same, but it's not. So vonflue, I use one hand, palm up, and the other one is available to post. And you get the constriction power. It's that freaking simple, guys. How do I know that? Decades of testing. Ultimately, anything that you show, and it should be battle tested, meaning that it works against high-level guys in competition or high intensity training.
Just said.
Yes.
We only have time for one last question because we need to wrap up. But Gilbert did ask why the palm up. He was just curious for the difference.
That is an excellent question. So this is the functionality. The reason, so when you do the vonflue, the functionality, so if you go palm, look at what happens to your shoulder. These are subtle differences. So your positioning of your hands decides which way the shoulder is sort of tensing up or pushing into versus this. So the positioning of your hands is so important. That's the concept that a lot of people miss. Oh, here's vonflue. No, this is not. Yes. In a broader sense, you can call it vonflue, but I would call it a shit vonflue. The palm up, look what happens. Your shoulder engages. The choke, the constriction power comes from the shoulder. This is where it is, everything's important. Where you position your palm, how you position it. So I'm positioning it under his shoulder blade, palm up, this hand floats, and that's it. You got a quick constriction power. You saw what I did before. When I do this, it sucks for Sean, but he's not tapping. I put a lot of pepper into that. You saw how long it took for him to tap. Guess what? If he's fighting back, he will not tap. And to answer GM Baseball's previous question, when I'm top of big guy, I will, generally speaking, just kind of attack until something opens up. But I stay mobile on top. I don't try to hold. There's certain laws of physics that BJJ cannot overcome. One of the things is when you attack till something opens up. So a lot of times, from here, he's getting ready to bust out. I switch my grips, and I'm attacking until something. Now it opened up, and I'm going into the finalizer. Elias, give me the time. All right, guys, if you're a subscriber to the SilverFoxBJJ Global app, we'll see you in about 30 seconds on the other side. We'll see you next week.